This video is in partnership with Level 8 Luggage. Today we're in Mexico to take one of the most scenic train journeys I've ever been on. So come along with me and let's enjoy the amazing food, a few too many drinks, and some of the best train window views you can see in the Americas. Bienvenido a Los Mochis, en el estado mexicano de Sinaloa, el comienzo de la aventura muy especial de hoy. We'll be heading 500 kilometers through the famed Copper Canyon, all the way to the mountain town of Creel, un pueblo mágico, in the state of Chihuahua. The train station is located a 10-minute taxi ride away from the central area where I've been staying. This is by far the biggest tourist attraction in the area, and therefore Los Mochis station is very developed and caters well for the tens of thousands of tourists it receives on a yearly basis. I've had an early start this morning with a scheduled departure time of 7 AM. We were advised to arrive at least 30 minutes before that for check-in. The waiting area is not that big, but the vast majority of passengers board later on further down the line. There is a ticket office, toilets, some bench seating, along with route maps, some promotional photos and a timetable. The staff pass around the room checking tickets and tagging bags for the checked luggage service. The various colours denote which class you're travelling in. We're in first class today, which receives these lime green tags. It's then just a case of waiting for boarding to be called and heading out the door to the sole platform. El Ferrocarril Chihuahua Pacifico, or El Chepe for short, was built to transport goods as quickly as possible from the US southwest to the nearest Pacific port. Construction took around 60 years in total, with the full route only opening in 1961. Your checked luggage can then be dropped off at the baggage car. Thanks to Paul for joining me on this epic trip. Okay, off to find my coach now. I was pretty sure I knew where it would be, as there is a couple of very special features of first class on this train. The first of these is this beautiful dome car, which has our first class Eureka restaurant seating area up at the top. I can't wait to eat up there. I'll keep you guessing for a moment on the second feature. The friendly staff greet you at the door, check your tickets and ID, and then direct you to your seat.
Hola. Hola. ¿Habla español, señor? Un poco.
There are 5 steps up from platform to train, and as far as I could find out, no level or accessible boarding is available. Pause here to read the official policy.
¿Este coche? Sí, ya que revisemos bien.
The first class coach is laid out in a 2+2 configuration, all in bays of 4 around tables, and it looks super smart. The AC is also ice cold in here, which is brilliant as it's going to be 38 degrees outside today. Our seats for today are 6A and 6C, window seats on the right. This is the best side for scenery when travelling northbound. I just got back from my latest trip and found another stunning Level 8 case waiting for me to check out. The brand new Heywood 20-inch carry-on is completely zipperless, which is a game changer for ease of use. It has these heavy-duty TSA approved combination latches and loads of space inside. It also features an aluminium frame and hard polycarbonate scratch-resistant shell. As with all of Level 8's cases, there are 360-degree spinner wheels which roll effortlessly on any surface, and their strength and durability is unmatched at this price point, but for extra peace of mind, every case comes with a limited lifetime warranty. But it gets even better. My viewers can get a special discount of 10% off every Level 8 order using code NONSTOP10. Just click the link above now or in the description below. While it's still pretty quiet, let's go and have a poke about. The second special feature of first class is this massive lounge and bar coach right at the back of the train. The rearmost half of this also has massive opening windows, including the back window. This is going to be super special for the views later on. All onboard announcements are made in both Spanish and English.
In addition to passenger's car, first class has access to the dining room that is located here at the front, and the bar terrace that is located one car behind.
No olvides cámaras, celulares, libros u otros objetos personales. Gracias por tu atención.
As the safety video screens, let's check out today's route. We leave Los Mochis and head northeast, calling at El Fuerte before entering the famed Copper Canyon. We then reach the summit of the line at Divisadero before arriving at Creel this evening. Departure is bang on time at 7 AM. The full route is 521 kilometers and is scheduled to take 10 hours and 50 minutes of travel time. Hauling us is a trio of diesel-electric locomotives operated by Ferromex, the largest rail freight company in Mexico. These have a maximum speed of 105 kilometers per hour. This railway is very much still a working freight operation, with many wagons and cargo trains seen throughout the journey. Security is also taken very seriously, with every passenger issued with a wristband and armed guards escorting the train in certain areas, with some stationed on board too. The price for one first-class adult ticket on the whole route from Los Mochis to Creel is 5,400 Mexican pesos, which I think is okay value, all things considered. Lunch is included in the first-class fare, but breakfast or any drinks are not. There are two other classes on the train. Unfortunately, these were sealed off from our first-class section, so I wasn't able to film them, but here are some photos from the Chepe website. Executive class costs 3,800 pesos and tourist class costs 2,900 pesos. We'll head up to the Dome restaurant shortly after checking out the seats. But first, coffee. It might seem quiet now, but it fills up completely before too long. The large leather seats are pretty wide and are very well padded, as are the armrests. They have a very good recline, which is activated with this lever, and then you just lean back. Legroom is excellent, even with someone sitting opposite you. The very solid table folds out to increase or decrease space as required and includes deep cup holders. Underneath each pair of seats are two power sockets and one USB-A port. The windows have full-length sunblinds, and these curtains are for decoration only. Overall, a very stylish and comfortable first-class coach. But now, breakfast, and I'm really looking forward to eating up in the Dome restaurant. And wow, just look at this! I can safely say I've never eaten a meal on a train from such an amazing place. A full menu is provided. Pause here for a closer look. Paul had a cappuccino and the waffles. And and I had the yogurt with granola and an Americano, which were all pretty good. Let's check out the toilets on the way back to my seat. There are one set in each coach, and these are gendered for some reason. On first impressions they look pretty posh, but on closer inspection there was a bit of wear and tear. The water worked, but there was no soap. Hand towels and toilet paper were however stocked up. If you want to check out another one of my Mexico videos, where I rode the new Tren Maya network around the Yucatan Peninsula, then click the link above now. Along with our Chepe Express service, there is a regular Chepe regional stopping train. Both run 3 times per week in each direction. We only call at the major stations, including here at El Fuerte, where the train completely fills up. And to be honest, I don't blame people for boarding here, as a 9:20 AM departure is much more civilised. Shortly after this, our lunch orders are taken. This is included in the first class ticket price. After relaxing for a little while, we are then called back to the Dome restaurant to eat. There are 2 sittings, and we opted for the first one at 11 AM, which I would recommend doing, as you then get first dibs on the opening windows for the upcoming stunning scenery. The tables are set with tortilla chips and condiments as an appetizer. We have a small intermission as we cross the Rio Fuerte again at Agua Caliente de Boca, where you'll find natural hot springs in the village. Cold drinks are brought round on a tray. These are chargeable but reasonably priced. And then shortly after, starters are distributed. I went for the fish taco with guacamole and onion, washed down with a Pacifico beer. It was super tasty. Paul had the cheesy, meaty chips.
And this will be the first tunnel and the longest of all, with 1,823 meters in length.
There are a total of 86 tunnels and 36 bridges on the line. I know the scenery might seem amazing already, but we haven't even reached the best part yet. Anyway, back to lunch, and the main courses are now being brought out. Everything is cooked fresh on board. I went for the grilled salmon with potatoes, onions, peppers and salsa verde.
My lens cap has come off.
Paul had the New York strip steak, which came with 150 peso surcharge. Both were excellent.
Nice views on both sides.
We are now about to cross the Rio Chinipas, which marks the state boundary between Sinaloa and Chihuahua. And right at this moment, my chocolate brownie dessert is delivered. So while I enjoy that, I'll let you enjoy the views. This is the highest bridge on the route, standing at 107 metres above the river. We are now in the Copper Canyon proper, so we're going to head back to the observation car to fully appreciate the mesmerising train window views which we are about to behold. The line must climb from sea level at Los Mochis up to the summit at Divisadero, gaining over 2,400 metres in elevation. The upcoming section at Teemu is the engineering masterpiece of the route. We will perform some very tight turns around the valley, literally looping back twice, with one of these actually inside a near kilometre-long tunnel within the mountain. Wi-Fi is available on board, however due to the terrain it rarely worked throughout much of the trip. This was the same with mobile data signal, but I'm sure you can survive until arrival time to post those Instagram photos. Just concentrate on this scenery instead. Look at our 3 locomotives snaking off into the distance, hauling this 14 coach 500 metre plus train. Very impressive. If you want ad-free early access to every video, great perks and to help me do bigger and better reviews, then become a channel member from just £1.99 per month. Just click the link above now, or the join button in every video. Thank you! I'll just let you enjoy the scenery for a moment, as we'll soon be leaving the Copper Canyon. The party has also very much started in the observation car, but unfortunately I'll have to switch out the copyrighted music playing in the background. But anyway, it would be rude not to peruse the cocktail menu, right? I had a classic margarita, and Paul had a berry mojito. We are now approaching the mountain town of Bajo Chivo. Our train is so long, the coaches at the rear are nowhere near the platform. Quite a few people got off here to break up their journey and explore the local area, visit some vineyards and spectacular viewpoints, do some hiking or horse riding. Shortly after this, we then reached the summit of the line at 2,405 metres above sea level. This also marks the continental divide, where to the east of here water flows into the Atlantic and to the west into the Pacific. Then we arrive at Divisadero, the final intermediate stop today, and again our section of the train is far outside the station. I'd say it's only about 25% full in here now, so we have some room to spread out and relax for the last section of the trip. This is also when the dark clouds roll in over the Sierra Tarahumara mountains and the rain starts falling. What a mood the scene outside the windows has now changed to. Not that most people on the train are awake to see it anyway. Anyway, we are now closing in on our final destination, so let me summarise this first class experience on board El Chepe Express from Los Mochis on the Sinaloa coast through the famous Copper Canyon to Creel, El Pueblo Magico in Chihuahua. This is one of the world's greatest railway journeys, no doubt about it. It's right up there with the Glacier Express in Switzerland, the Rocky Mountaineer in Canada, or the West Highland Line in Scotland. I had a fantastic day, amazing comfort, brilliant service, delicious food, and views to absolutely die for. I would highly recommend this trip to everyone. While the price may initially seem expensive, I still think it represents good value for money, all things considered, and I'm certainly happy to have ticked it off my bucket list. We finally arrive in Creel around 15 minutes late at 5:55 PM. Don't forget to collect your bag. You will need the tag they gave you at the start to reclaim it. Have you been on any scenic trains over this side of the Atlantic before? If so, which ones and on which routes? How did you find them? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Muchas gracias por ver hasta el final, and I'll see you in the next video.